Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and start it off with this weird dream I had, y'all. Okay, baby, I woke up from this dream in the middle of the night. Creeped me out, and I went back to sleep. Anyways, however, in this dream, I did, you know what I'm saying, write it down. So in this dream, this time I wrote it down. In this dream, I was at a childhood place, two childhood places actually, and they both were places that I spent a lot of time in my childhood and were homes that belonged to people that I was around a lot. However, those people weren't there. It was just me and my son. I was giving him a bath, and I finished giving him his bath. He was ready to go. His dad came. He left with his dad, and well, really his dad wasn't even in the dream, but he came. I know he was going with his dad, basically. He was gone with his dad. And I'm in the house by myself, piddle-paddling around. Son come back to the door. Mama, the baby that been sick is going to the hospital. I'm like, huh? I saw the lights from the window, but, you know, I mind my business. You know? But so he came, and I'm like, okay, let me go. And I ended up grabbing my piece, and I'm running out the door, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the dream, okay? The scripture comes from Zephaniah 2. Gather yourselves together, gather together, O nation, not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass, as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. So one thing I will say about this dream is that the fact that my son was in a tub is kind of like a pureness or a innocence, if you will, you know what I'm saying, about him. And you know what I'm saying, the fact that like I felt the need to protect, you know what I'm saying. And I feel like, to me, when I woke up and I like was, you know, thinking about it, analyzing my dreams, the word God used to analyze it, okay? That part specifically, I thought to myself, it's almost like I was protecting his innocence, okay? Now, the baby going to the hospital, the strange thing about it is, once I heard about that, I started thinking about that movie, Ma, and how she had been, you know, giving that little girl poison to make her sick, you know what I'm saying? And she was giving her all these medicines she didn't need. Instead of it helping her, it was actually making her more sick, because there was nothing wrong with her in the first place. All she was doing was making that little girl so weak she couldn't go nowhere. She couldn't get away, and she couldn't scream for help. And she had no friends, because she didn't cut off all her friends. She made sure she ain't had no friends. She made sure ain't no family come checking on her. Ain't nobody. That little girl literally had nobody that thought to themselves, I wonder what such and such is. Nobody. Nobody ever thought to themselves, ain't such and such supposed to be here? Nobody. But that's like the psyche of her maniac mother, who wanted to control her to such an extent that she didn't want nobody to help her from her mothering and control. And it's almost like she knew in her psyche that it was wrong. Because why else would she commit? You know what I'm saying? I just felt like God is saying that it's coming to an end. And for some of y'all, this is a situation where you may have been going through something like that, where someone, especially the interesting thing about it to me is because it's in places of my childhood. But in this dream, I'm an adult. And in this dream, once again, the baby was sick and going to the hospital, and I felt the need to protect. You know what I'm saying? Protect. And I feel like for some of y'all went through some things in y'all childhood that is not normal, is not regular, is weird, but you went through it. And it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, it caused you to have this need to be protected, or this need to protect. It caused you to have this need to, I don't even know how to say it, but I just feel like it's not a situation where, how do I say it? Like, for whoever this is, it's not a situation where you can't You're not in it anymore. You're not going through whatever this is anymore. God said he didn't pull you up out of this. Not only that, but you know what I'm saying? If whoever did this harm to you decided that they weren't going to see God, or they have decided, God said he after them for what they did to you. For some of y'all, you were dealing with somebody that was putting stuff in your food, in your drink since you were a child, because they wanted you to be sick. They wanted you to be thrown off. They wanted it to be something wrong with you. They wanted it to be that way. And for some of y'all, it didn't even work. And for some of y'all, it may have. For some of y'all, you just got PTSD. And it don't even have to be a situation where somebody was actually putting stuff in your food and in your drinks. Wow, for some of y'all, it is. For some of y'all, it's a situation where this person was going around, like I said, cutting you off from friends, family, relationships, like classmates, teachers. I just feel like there were situations where you were like this with somebody, and then out of nowhere, they wouldn't even speak to you no more. God said this psychopathic, okay, for some of y'all mother, cut you off from all your friends, all your family, everybody, because they wanted to control you. And they wanted to have you in a position to where you couldn't call nobody to help you. And they wanted to have you so weak that you couldn't go nowhere. God said he's seeking judgment upon this woman right here. Whoever did this here, God said he's seeking judgment. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. God said this somebody, they trying to hide from God's judgment. God said you can't hide. Come up out of there. You can't hide. Come up out of there. No, baby, you can't hide. Come up out of there. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.